Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, January 8th. Well, we're in the beginnings of a mild weather pattern. It looks like it'll last for about another week or so here in the Mid-Atlantic region. In fact, it looks like this mild trend will peak this weekend. Temperatures could easily reach 60 degrees across the Washington, D.C. area on Saturday and Sunday. Well up in the 50s across Philadelphia and even New York City. Again, this mild weather pattern looks like it'll last for about another week or so, but there certainly are signs that colder weather will move back into the central and eastern part of the U.S. around the middle part of next week, and it could very well stay pretty cold for the middle and latter part of January. Last week we started talking about a stratospheric warming event that will contribute to the change back to cold weather here by the middle of next week. We looked at this particular 30-day loop, and this is the very latest. This is a 30-day loop of the temperature anomalies at 10 millibars, way up in the stratosphere. And towards the very end of December here, we had kind of an explosion of temperatures right here starting over Central Asia and now expanding all the way up to 90-degree north, the polar region. So the stratospheric warming event is certainly underway, and there are signs that cold air will certainly return to the central and eastern part of the U.S., perhaps even accompanied by some snow around the middle part of next week. Well, before we get to the short-term weather pattern, let's focus again on next week, the possible change in the weather pattern. This is from the GFS ensemble run last night. Temperature anomaly chart for North America for the next 5 days. You can see all these greens and yellows are above normal, and indeed we will have quite a bit of above normal temperatures over the next several days, peaking this weekend on Saturday and Sunday in the Mid-Atlantic region. But look how the GFS ensemble run from last night changes in the 11 to 15 day period. Here it is, quite a reversal of temperatures, very cold right from southern Canada all the way into the central and eastern part of the U.S. And again, the stratospheric warming event that's underway right now plays a role in a change in the overall weather pattern. We pointed out, look, one of the early signs would be a change in the NAO and the AO, and indeed they both look like they will trend negative over the next 5 or 10 days or so. So this is from last night's GFS ensemble run for the next 5 days, well above normal here in the east, but then days 11 to 15, the middle and latter part of next week, quite a reversal. So we'll continue to monitor that over the next few days. Well, let's now focus in on more short-term weather, and here's the very latest surface weather map. And here's the key player right here for this milder weather. Not scorching heat here by any means, but milder, a little bit above normal certainly. High pressure along the east coast is going to promote on its backside southwesterly flow all the way really from the central Rockies into the eastern part of the country as this high continues to move off the coast today. Denver could reach 50 degrees today, well up in the 50s tomorrow and even Thursday as well. And we'll have milder weather here for the next few days. But again, the real peak looks like it'll happen this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll talk about that over the next couple of minutes. In fact, let's take a look right now at the computer forecast maps for Thursday morning, Friday morning, and Saturday morning. This is from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. On Thursday, there'll be strong high pressure sitting over the Mid-Atlantic region. It'll cool off a little bit on Thursday compared to Wednesday, but it still should be a little bit above normal on the day Thursday. Most of the Mid-Atlantic region will experience highs in the 50s, well up in the 40s, which is for the most part above normal for this time of the year. Again, a little bit cooler than perhaps Wednesday, but nonetheless slightly milder than normal. A lot of precipitation here in the form of rain and thunderstorms down the south-central part of the country come Thursday morning. Now by Friday morning, all that moisture moves up into the northeastern part of the country. It may weaken a little bit. Nonetheless, there can be showers along with the mild conditions Thursday night and Friday. Again, will be above normal on Friday, but the clouds and the showers will kind of keep the temperatures down a little bit compared to what they could be. And in fact, let's now jump ahead to Saturday. And here's the GFS forecast map for Saturday morning. And by this time, high pressure is sitting almost like a Bermuda high situation here, sitting off the southeast coast, warm southwesterly flow on the backside. And this red line here is the 10 degrees Celsius line in the lower part of the atmosphere. This indicates some very warm conditions possible right here in the Mid-Atlantic region on Saturday. In fact, Temperatures again could reach 60 degrees right here in the Washington, D.C. area, and well up in the 50s all the way up through Philadelphia and New York. So the mild weather looks like it'll continue for another week or so. There certainly are signs that it'll get colder by the middle part of next week, and that colder change back to cold may last throughout much of the rest of January, the middle and latter part. But this current January thaw will peak on Saturday and Sunday. More on all of this over the next couple of days. That's it for now for the SIweather.com. I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.